Have you ever been so freaking pissed off that literally your face feels like it's catching on fire? Well, if you have, these tips are for you. Never, ever, guys, have I done something at the height of my pissed offness and been like, I'm so glad you did that, Lisa.
Pissed offness. Made up word that means you're super pissed.
Put your hand up if you've been glad that you actually did something at the height of your pissed offness. See? No one! I literally sometimes can't help that I get pissed off. Things make us mad, right? So I don't feel bad about it, but what I do is make sure that I don't stay there. So here are a couple of super simple, easy, implementable tips to get unpissed. Tip number 1. You first have to acknowledge that you're pissed off, because sometimes, guys, when you're so heightened with that emotion, you don't stop, you just keep going. So it is so freaking important that number 1, you actually stop and acknowledge, I'm there. Some physical signs of anger may be clenching of your jaw, grinding your teeth, headache, stomachache,
increased and rapid heart rate, sweating, especially your palms, feeling hot, and emotionally you may feel overwhelmed, irritated, sad or depressed, guilty, resentful, anxious, or reactive.
Now, if any of these symptoms persist, diagnose yourself as officially pissed. Alright guys, tip number 2, walk away. Because guys, the truth is, if you don't walk away, you are actually leaving yourself open to saying something that you're gonna later regret. Because you can't think straight, you're just gonna say some words, and let me tell you, how many times do I have to regret saying those words in those moments of anger? So I've literally told myself, no matter what happens, walk away. Now that you've walked away, go be alone. Most of us, if you don't live in the wild, wild west, here are some ideas of what to go and do that will actually help in this very moment. A 2019 Harvard study showed that just being out in nature for 20 minutes can reduce your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone. Now, I'm not personally very much a nature woo-woo person, but let me tell you, I know my goal, so if I just heard that stat, I'm gonna give it a shot. So here I am, out in nature. This may take a while, come back in 20 minutes. Vitamin D, aka the big ball of fire in the sky called the sun. Now, according to studies, exposure to sunlight is thought to increase the brain's release of a hormone called serotonin. Why the hell do you care about serotonin? I'm going to tell you. Serotonin is actually associated with boosting mood and helping a person feel calm and focused. And what is it that you want and need when you're freaking pissed off? To feel calm and focused. Now, actually I'm hearing you guys saying, but Lisa, what if I don't live in a sunshine state? What if it's really cloudy? What if it rains a lot? I hear all of that, guys. But this is where you have the opportunity to start to think outside the box, get creative, and here's a tip. Or take a bath. I don't know why, I don't have any data, stats, anything like that. But let's face it, who doesn't like a bath? Tip number 4. Do not lean into the frustration or the sadness right now. I know you desperately want to put on sad music. Unbreak my heart. It's kind of like ice cream when you're on a diet. It's like it tastes freaking amazing. But ultimately, down the road, you're gonna regret you did it because it's actually ruined your goal. Get some music, whatever gets you going, whatever song that is that gets you to feel alive, put it on right now. Oh, and one more thing, guys. Do not call that person that you know is gonna make you feel better right now. You know who I'm talking about. We all have that one person that we know if we call them right now, they're gonna have our back. They're gonna be like, oh man, I can't freaking believe that happened. Oh my God, you're right, I got your back. Yes, you know that person. And in that moment, just like the sad music, it's gonna make you feel better. But down the road, what's gonna happen is it's just going to keep you there. So, while I know you want to call them, that person on your speed dial, do not do it. Next tip, when you are so freaking pissed off, do something that actually makes your heart sing. Do something that is just for you, not for anyone else, just for you. Something that is completely selfish, that you freaking love doing. Spend some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is that you can take to go and do something that makes your heart sing. For me, it's weightlifting. Yeah! I love it. I love lifting weights. So what I will actually do is I will come and pick up a dumbbell and I'll start working out for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. But it immediately changes the chemicals in my body. And I'm trying to keep lifting these weights as I talk to you, but it's getting freaking tiring. Or even if it's something simple, guys, like a cup of coffee, maybe Starbucks, in case they're watching and looking to sponsor. For me, drawing is literally like music to my soul. It allows me to forget and shut out the rest of the world, forget about what's actually really freaking pissing me off, and it allows me to focus on something that literally makes my heart sing. But it doesn't have to be drawing. If your thing is painting, if it's sculpting, if it's dancing, if it's whatever it is, whatever that creative thing inside of you is, let it out. Spend 5, 10, 30 minutes, whatever it is, just for you. Now, I don't necessarily advise it, guys, but at the end of the day, the whole point of these tips is for you to know what works for you. So while I don't suggest drawing, drinking coffee, and weightlifting all at the same time, see what works for you and go ahead and do it. Make sure no one tells you otherwise, because that's the important thing, guys. What freaking works for you? This don't work for me, by the way, in case you were wondering. And for the grand finale, the super freaking powerful last tip is in this box. The most powerful tool in this video is this too shall pass. Guys, I'm telling you, yes, a post-it seems like a really silly tip. It freaking works. And for me, this is what I had on my mirror every day for months. This too shall pass. It reminds me of what I'm feeling right now will not stay. In those moments when you feel so freaking pissed off or mad or sad, you can't almost imagine not feeling like that. And it's super important to remind yourself that it is temporary. It is important to remind yourself that right now, what you are feeling is purely emotional. Stick it on your laptop, stick it on your desk, stick it on your fridge, on your mirror, wherever is going to be the most impactful for you. And remind yourself that this emotion, this thing that you're feeling right freaking now is temporary. It shall pass. I wish I could say, now it's over, never have to deal with being pissed off ever again. But I would be lying. The truth is, this isn't a one and done. You're gonna have to watch, rinse, and repeat. And once you do, you're gonna have to practice, just like in the Karate Kid, where the guy's like, wax on, wax off. You have to keep practicing, so when you get to those moments of the height when you're pissed off, you actually have practiced and you know what skills you need to do, you know how to unwind it, so then you can actually address the issue with total and utter clarity. So drop in the comments below, guys, and let me know what other tips you want to hear. Till next time, as always, be the hero of your own life. Peace out. Step in. That you're pissed off. It's so bad. that. Just fix my hair. If any of these is like,